Good morning, bro. Sunday, bro. Part two. Looking. All right, Sunday, July 13th, 10, 10:14, 10:14 in the morning, right? Now let me pick up where I left off on the last one, right? I know because I've been there, right? You got your crowd, you got your friends or whatever, right? And what's one thing, bro? What's one thing, right? That when they say it, it sounds like it's bad, right? It sounds like it's bad. And now don't get me wrong, right? Because if you're going backwards, obviously it is gonna be bad, right? It is gonna be bad, right? But now let me tell you on the flip side, right? About not being afraid, bruh. Do not be afraid, bruh. Do not be afraid of change, right? Do not be afraid of change, right? And that's one thing, right? That when you chilling, right, and you chilling, right, with, and when they start, man, you change, bro. Man, you change. And then you're like, well, me not. And then that, bro, that right there, bro. Depending on the circumstances, right? Depending on the circumstances, right? Bro, that right there, bro, like I said, right? If you around good people, bro, ain't nothing wrong with it, right? If you around good people, right? And they acknowledge your change, and they acknowledge that you changing either for the better or for the worse, right? The one thing that you always want to pay attention to, bro, is the circumstances. It's the circumstances in which you are placed in, and not necessarily that you're placed in. Well, yeah. The circumstances that you're placed in, right? And the type of people that you have around you, right? Will then determine the outcome of your situation, right? People, places, and things, right? Bro, if you got some good friends, right? Because don't get me wrong, right? I'm not saying that I didn't have good friends out there, right? But I knew, and as I grew older, right? Because within your crew, you got your main people, you got your main folks, right? That you go treat different. Within your whole crew, you got your people that you know you could count on them, right? That you know you could go over there and things of that nature, right? Within your group, bro, there's groups. You know who mess with you, you know who don't mess with you. It is what it is, right? If you're used to dealing with a lot of people, right? Now let me go back, right? Bro, change, bro, ain't nothing wrong with change, right? There is nothing wrong with change, right? Now, don't get me wrong, right? It's a double. It's a double. Because you could change for the worse or you could change for the better. You know what I'm saying? In the sense of, right, like, let me just keep it like this. Let me just say it like this, right? In the sense of, like, there ain't nothing wrong with change, right? Because, bro, you don't want to be, and you see it, right? You see it. I see it. I can tell, bro. Bro, you don't want to be a 50-year-old, 20-year-old. You see what I'm saying? About being stuck and being stubborn in your ways, right? Now, don't get me wrong, right? Everybody, you got those type of people in life, right? You got those type of people in life, right? Now, what causes that? What causes that? I would say ego, you know. That's probably like, what else, right? This is the mind game right now, right here, right? There's people, right, that I don't want to say do bad, but bro, we all been there, right? We all been there. We all been around certain people that's like, dang, right? They always pushing their luck, bro. They always pushing their luck, bro. They do bad, right? Not that they're bad people, right? Not that they're bad people, right? But they're just misinformed, right? Because I've been there, right? Like I said, right, about not having that proper guidance, right? And it's like, dang, right? They're always pushing their luck, bro. They're always doing this, like, dang, they wildin', bro. They wildin', bro. How they say it, bro? Oh, they with it, right? They with all that, bro. They doing all this crazy stuff, right? And for whatever reason, right? Because that's just how it is, right? That's just how life is, right? You got good, you got bad, right? Some people are able to do bad, right? And with them doing bad, right, they get rewarded. But the minute you do bad, the minute I do bad, right, we get the, you know what I'm saying? We get the repercussions. You know what I mean? We get we reciprocate what we just did. And that's when you gotta realize, right, that's when you gotta realize that you gotta change, right? You ever did something right? You knew it was wrong, right? You knew it was wrong. You know you shouldn't have did that. Or you're about to do something that you know is wrong, right? That you know that you weren't brought up that way. You know that your parents, or you know, if your mom or this or that, bro, you know that that's not the way that bro, there's things out here, and I've been there, right? All in the name of let me fit in. You know what I'm saying? All in the name of let me be down. I want to be down type stuff, right? And see, and this is where the trick comes, right? This is where the trick comes, right? About the ego. So now you living this life, right? You living this life, right? Boom, 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 boom. And like I said, right? Now you up there, right? 30s, 40s, 50s. But mentally, physically, and I don't even want to say spiritually, because a lot of that stuff, that spiritual stuff, bro, gets thrown out the window, right? Physically and mentally, bro, you're stuck, bro. You're stuck, bro. You're stuck, bro. You running around here, bro. A grown man, right? Running around here, bro, acting like you a kid, right? And I get it, right? I'm not perfect, right? I'm not perfect, bro. And there's times, right, where I get stuck. I get stuck myself, right? I get stuck myself, right? But it's different now, right? It's different now, right? Because getting stuck, but knowing, bro, that the change has to happen, it has to occur in order for you to stop living this mediocre life, right? Stop coasting, and for you to start elevating, bro, it requires, bro, change, right? It requires, bro. Now the change, it's all around, right? It's an all around 360 change, right? That you have to do, bro. As far as changing, a few days ago, I said in a video, bro, that when you see change from the outside, right, it's not gonna work, right? It's not gonna work. It'll only work, right, if you see change from the outside, right? What would be changed from the outside, if you ask me, right? Changing your environment, changing people that you got around you, changing, or not necessarily changing, bro, stopping certain things that you're doing, right, that you know are causing a hindrance in your life, right? People, places, and things, right? Now, in order for you to glue, and in order for you, or not necessarily glue, in order for you to build the foundation of your change, the most important change of all, bruh, is in here, bruh. It's in here, bruh. And you gotta change, right? You gotta change, right? Instead of like waking up with like a miserable type of, oh, bro, I gotta go over here to this job, bro, that I don't like, right? You gotta change, bro, the way that you feel and view things, bro. Bro, because we take for granted, bro, the beautiful things, right? The beautiful things, people, and blessings that we have, right? And from those blessings that we have, right, we turned, because I've been there, right? Those same blessings, bro, that I have received, right, I turned those blessings into, how can I say it, right? I'm trying to put it in correct terms. Those same blessings, right, that you get, right, you turn those blessings into bitterness. Yeah, I think that's a proper word to say. You're bitter about this. You're bitter about that, right? You're bitter because life hasn't been going the way it's supposed to been going. But you're bitter at the wrong things, right? You're bitter about life, right? But in all reality of the way your life has been going, right? But in all reality, you have not accepted that there has to be a change in order for you to elevate, in order for you to go to a different place. You know what I'm saying? Your ego has kept you from evolving over the years, over the time. And for whatever reason, right, change has not been an option in your life. Bruh, pay attention, bruh. Pay attention, bruh. I know, bruh, it can feel like, bruh, because we all living in this world, right? It can feel like when you go outside, bruh, nothing has changed, right? But there has been a drastic change, right? There has been a drastic change, right? That you just have not opened your eyes, right? Opened your eyes mentally. Because you out here looking at things for what it is, right? But the change, bro, it's been a drastic change, right? And see, now this is the thing, right? Like I said, right? You don't want to pay attention, right? Or no. You want to pay attention to what you're doing, where you at, and you want to pay attention to 5 years ago. Bro, if nothing has changed, right? For the better, right? If nothing has changed for the better, right? Bro, because I know people, bro, that for whatever reason, bro, they just miserable, bro. Day in and day out, bro, they miserable, bro. Day in, day out, bro, complain about the same thing, about the same people. If you complaining about the same thing and the same people every single day, bro, maybe you should pay attention to, or you know what? Maybe you should stop paying attention to those people, to those things, and start paying attention to what is you doing? What is you doing? Everybody want to complain, right? Everybody want to complain on this person. Everybody want to complain over here what they got going on over there, bro. That ain't even none of your business, bro. I used to be like that, bro. I'm over here complaining, bro, about the next person, right? Because I didn't want to accept the change, right? I didn't want to accept and acknowledge, bro, that you know what? The only thing that's going to change and that needs changing is me. Because the minute that you change you, and the minute that you apply the change from the exterior and you combine it and you unite it, right? Things will fall into place, right? The way that you live your life, the way that you perceive your life, right? There's certain words I don't want to say, right? Because, oh, everybody say it, but I'll say it, right? I'll say it. I don't want to say it. I'd rather explain it than say it, because everybody be like, oh, you manifest it. Man, okay, cool, right? It's everybody say it, right? That's pretty much when I give you these step by steps, bro, or when I give you these the way that I explain it, right, is because I don't want to cut to the chase. I don't want to cut to the chase, bro. I don't, bro. Because I don't think people understand, right? People hear the word, right? They get the concept of the word, right? But they don't know how to, or I didn't know how you manifest something, bruh. How you manifest something, bruh, into your reality, into your existence, right? Like I said, right? People, places, and things, right? You want to stop doing certain things. You want to stop living a certain lifestyle and you want to elevate, right? You got to do different things. You got to surround yourself with different people. You got to surround yourself in a different setting. Okay? Good. Cool. But if you bring in that same mentality, if you don't change the way you think about things, right? And you bring in the same you in a different setting around different people, doing different things, it's not gonna work, right? It's not gonna work, right? Because the true change, right? The true change, bro, has to be from you. The true change has to come from you, from the way that you think, from the even just the simple, bro, as the words that you speak. Bro, if you're not using the proper vernacular, if you're not using the proper context on the way that you articulate yourself, bro, it's just not gonna happen, bro. It's not gonna happen, bro. It's not, bro. And that's something, bro, that you gotta be patient with. You gotta, like I said, bro, you gotta practice patience with yourself, bro. And one thing that I have tend to notice, bro, like I was saying, bro, about this autopilot type of lifestyle, right? It's the backlash of you not even giving yourself that opportunity, bro, to even grow or to even change. You're gonna be like, who am I kidding, bro? I'm just a boom, right then and there, bro. You done gave up, bro. You just gave up, bro. Oh, who am I, bro? I'm just a poor kid from the other side of town, bro. What they doing on the other side of town, bro? Violence, drugs, this, that, bro. Things that don't really, that don't. And this is the thing about giving up on yourself before you even try, bro. Nah, bro, there's gonna be ups, there's gonna be downs, bro. If you know what I mean, you're gonna backslide, you're gonna do this, you're gonna do that, you're gonna try to get out of these addictions, bro, and you're gonna fail, and you're gonna get back on these things, right? But then you're gonna try again, bro. The purpose of life, bro, is trying, bro. And not only that, bro, trying, and bro, and you gotta stick to your word out here, bro. If you say you're gonna stop doing something, you need to stop doing it. If you say you're gonna change this about yourself, and you're gonna change this about your life, bro, you gotta do it, bro. Cause ain't nobody gonna do it but you, bro. Man, but yeah, bro, that was part 2, bro. Peace.